Hey guys, Jenna Shamed here. Now Thursday, July 15th of 2021, we went to Cedar Point. It was my first time going there ever. So I got to ride some new roller coasters, and so I have more credits now. And I decided that I was gonna make a video ranking every roller coaster that I've ever ridden, including the new rides that I got at Cedar Point. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe and turn those notifications on if you haven't already. Alright, we'll kick this off with number 34, which is the Great Pumpkin Coaster at Kings Island. Yeah, I really don't have to do much explaining to explain why this is last on my list. I mean, just look at it. It's like 10 feet tall. It's like the kittiest of the kiddie coasters. So, but yeah. Number 33 is Blazin' Fury at Dollywood. I remember getting on this ride and being disappointed because I expected more of it, but then it ended up being just like a dark ride with a couple drops. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is Dollywood's first roller coaster. And I was just like, what in the world? Like, basically, it's just like a dark ride the whole way through. And then, like, there's a couple drops, and then it's like slow again, and there's a drop. And it's just kind of, I'm just like, how is this considered a roller coaster? But yeah. Number 32 is Goofy's Barnstormer at Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Now this ride is like super short, so like you wait super long for it, and it's just like over like that. So like it's not worth waiting anywhere over 15 minutes for this ride, because yeah, it's like super short and not very thrilling at all. Number 31 is Flying Ace Aerial Chase at Kings Island. Now this one, it's fun, but like it was a little rough, and it's just some turns and stuff, and you know, it's just a kiddie coaster, so yeah, it is what it is. Number 30 is Sea Dragon at the Columbus Zoo. Now this ride is like really rough and like old looking, like you can tell, because like they have to manually break it. I'm like, are you really? Like, yeah, but it's fun, but you can tell that it's aged a lot. And it's just like a little kid coaster too, so. Anyway, number 29 is Woodstock Express. This is basically just Sea Dragon, except better maintained, and it's just better. So yeah, it's like Sea Dragon, but it's just better in my opinion. Number 28 is Surf Dog. Now this is like the last kiddie coaster on this list, but Surf Dog is actually pretty fun. I really enjoy it. It's really simple, but it's just really enjoyable. I think it's probably the best kiddie coaster that I've been on. Number 27 is Backlot Stunt Coaster at Kings Island. Now this ride, it's cool looking and all, but it's jerky, and it's just, you know, it's like a little family launch coaster. It's fun, but it's just not all that great. Number 26 is Adventure Express at Kings Island. Adventure Express is also a family coaster. It is cool looking, and I wouldn't say it's smooth, but it's just like, it's enjoyable. One thing though is that at the end, it ends with a lift hill, and so you'd be like going up this lift hill, and then like it's all indoors and like all this decorations, and then you get up there, and then it's just like, oh, we're back at the station. So that was a little disappointing. It brought it down a little bit, but yeah, it's still a fun ride nonetheless. Number 25 is Space Mountain. This ride, I used to love this ride, but it kind of dropped for me recently. as I've started to ride a lot bigger rides, and I just kind of like this past time that I went on it, it wasn't that fun to me. Like it wasn't that thrilling to me. It's not supposed to be, but it's just like it wasn't as fun as I remembered it. And it was kind of uncomfortable to ride, but it is cool. It's a roller coaster in the dark. It's fun. So yeah. Number 24 is in Vertigo at Kings Island. This ride is like the only ride I've rode with a backwards loop, and the backwards loop feels really weird. This ride is really fun. It's nothing much, but it is still fun. Number 23 is Blue Streak at Cedar Point. Blue Streak, it was fun and it actually shocked me with how fast it was. I didn't think that it would be that much, but I got on it and I enjoyed it. It was pretty rough though. It is the oldest roller coaster at Cedar Point. But yeah, it was rough. But yeah, it was still fun though. Number 22 is the Racer. This is basically just Blue Streak, except there's two different trains and they're racing each other. So that just adds to the fun of it because I'm competitive and it's just cool. You get to like race the other train. So that just adds to the fun of it, but it's basically just Blue Streak. Number 21 is Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride at Disney World Magic Kingdom. Now, Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride is really fun, and it is very well themed. And there is one part where you go into like the mine, the Seven Dwarfs mine, and it's really cool. The cars swing. It's just a fun little ride. It's not that much. It's not the most thrilling, but it is a cool family ride. Number 20 is Mystery Mine at Dollywood. Mystery Mine is a fun ride, but it's like a quick burst of fast and then like slow and then it's just like that over and over again. It is a cool ride. It goes upside down I think twice, and there's like little twists at the end. It isn't that much compared to like all the other rides that I've rode, but it is a fun ride nonetheless. Number 19 is the Beast at Kings Island. This one would be ranked higher if it wasn't so rough. Like, the roughness takes away the joy of riding this. It's really rough, but it's a long ride too, and I like long roller coasters. And it's just an out and back layout. It's cool going through the woods and all that. It's just a cool roller coaster. Number 18 is Slinky Dog Dash at Disney World Hollywood Studios. Slinky Dog Dash is fun. And it's a launch family coaster, and it's really fun, really smooth, and it's just a nice little coaster, and it's really fun. Number 17 is Thunderhead at Dollywood. The time that I rode Thunderhead, I didn't have a great experience on it. It is really fun and it's really intense, but I don't know, I just had a really bad time with the G-forces. I didn't really like it. I'm sure now I would be okay with it, but at the age I was just like, what in the world? And I didn't really care for it that much. I'm sure if I went on it again, it would rise up in my rankings, but for now, that's where it's gonna be. Number 16 is Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Thunder Mountain, it's not like that much, but it's still really fun. I really enjoy it. I actually got a night ride last time I went to Disney World, which makes it even better. Because the night ride is actually really cool. It's a fun ride. It may not look like much, but it gives you a good ride, and it's really fun. Like, everyone in my family enjoys it. Number 15 is the Bat at Kings Island. The Bat, I feel like I would like it better if I didn't ride Banshee literally right before. Like, we rode Banshee and then got right to the Bat. So we're just like, okay. I was really underwhelmed by it, and it's a really short ride. It is fun, but I think it was just the fact that I was really underwhelmed. And it was short, and so those two factors cause it to be lower, but it is a fun ride though. Number 14 is Fire Chaser Express at Dollywood. Fire Chaser is a fun ride. I really enjoyed this ride. I rode it twice when I went to Dollywood. I was just like, this ride is amazing. It is a family launch coaster, but it's still it's a fun ride, and there's a lot of cool elements to it. Like at the end, there's that backwards launch, and it's just a really cool and enjoyable ride. Number 13 is Iron Dragon. Now I know a lot of people, they say like Iron Dragon is like a less intense version of the Bat. Yes, it is, but I feel like I enjoyed it more than I did the Bat, just because I didn't have that much of an underwhelm factor to it, and it was a longer ride, and it was cool looking, and I don't know, I just enjoyed this more than I did the Bat. I'm sure if I rode the Bat again, I probably would rank it over Iron Dragon, but for now it's going to be over the Bat. Number 12 is Flight of Fear at Kings Island. Now Flight of Fear is actually kind of scary because I don't feel that safe, because it goes upside down 7 times and you just have a lap bar. So I'm just like, okay, like it kind of freaks you out a little bit, but no, you don't fall out, so that's good. It is a fun ride. It shoots you off into the dark. You can't see where you're going. It just adds to the excitement. It's a fun ride. So yeah. Number 11 is Vortex at Kings Island. Now Vortex, when I rode it like a couple months before they tore it down. So I was just like, wow, good timing. So, but yeah, this is a really fun ride. I wish I could get another ride on it, but it's closed, and it is a fun ride. I love the inversions in this ride. It's just a cool ride, and it's very scenic too. This is like the most photogenic roller coaster at Kings Island because of the plot of land that it's on. So yeah, Vortex is a cool ride. Anyway, now we're at the top 10. Number 10 is Rougarou at Cedar Point. Now Rougarou is a really fun ride. It has a great layout, and it's a long ride too. So it's really enjoyable. The one problem I had with it though is it bangs your head around quite a bit. So I came off the roller coaster with a headache, but other than that, it's a really fun and enjoyable ride. Number 9 is Expedition Everest at Disney World's Animal Kingdom. Expedition Everest is a very well themed ride, and it's really fun. It is one of the most thrilling rides at Disney World. It's very well themed. It goes through the mountain. It has it goes backwards through the mountain, and then it has the 80-foot drop at the last section. It's a really long roller coaster, and it's just really enjoyable and fun. Number 8 is Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney World Hollywood Studios. Rock and Roller Coaster is like the most thrilling ride at Disney World. Like it launches you at like 60 miles an hour, and then it has 3 inversions, and it's just really fun. It plays music too, and it's like in the dark, and it plays music. This is basically a better version of Flight of Fear. Like it's basically what it is. They kind of have a similar vibe to them, Rock and Roller Coaster and Flight of Fear. Although Rock and Roller Coaster is themed to Aerosmith, and it's got a fast stretch limo, and you're like trying to hurry to get to a concert, and you're getting backstage tickets. It has a really good theme to it, and it's a really fun and thrilling ride. And it plays music on the roller coaster. Number 7 is Mystic Timbers at Kings Island. Mystic Timbers is a really fun wooden coaster. It is the best wooden coaster I have ever ridden. And this ride is just nuts. Like it is low to the ground, massive airtime. It's got a great layout. And it's just really fun. And the shed was a little disappointing because they way overhyped the shed. Like they were just like, what's in the shed? What's in the shed? You get in there, it's like a screen. I'm like, okay. But on the bright side though, at least they didn't just do like, just go back to the station. Like at least they had a shed. Like the shed is really cool. I like the shed. And you know, the whole ride is really fun. It's really enjoyable. So yeah. Number 6 is Raptor at Cedar Point. Raptor is a really fun inverted coaster. You know, it's got some great inversions. It's a great layout, and it's just a cool looking coaster. It's a fun ride. And actually, the most intense part for me was at the end, that double helix at the end. And it's going down in the helix, so it's like progressively getting faster, and like and like all the blood was rushing down to my feet, and so I was just like, wow. And so yeah, so it's a really fun ride, and I really enjoy it a lot. Number 5 is Banshee at Kings Island. This is my favorite inverted coaster that I've ever ridden. Banshee is actually my first big coaster that I ever rode. And I rode it when I was 8 years old. And it was like, for the longest time, it was my favorite roller coaster because it was like the only big coaster I'd ever ridden. But yeah, it was like, yeah, Banshee is like a really fun ride. It actually gets faster as the ride goes on because it goes down into the ravine. And so it actually gets faster as the ride progresses on. And it's just a really fun coaster. It's really fast and just really enjoyable. Number 4 is Diamondback at Kings Island. This is my first hyper coaster that I've ever ridden. This ride is like really fun, and it's really smooth. This ride also has some great air time, and at the end there's the splashdown, and it's just a really fun ride. It has a great first drop, just a great layout, and it's just really fun. Now we're into the top 3. Number 3 is Valravn at Cedar Point. Valravn is probably the biggest shock for me at Cedar Point, because this is the first ride that we rode that day, and that drop was intense. Like that drop, you know, it just hangs you over there, and then it drops you straight down. Like, my goodness, this is the first and only dive coaster I've ever ridden, and it was amazing. Valravn was really fun. Number 2 is Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Millennium Force, this is the tallest roller coaster I've ever ridden. It's my first giga coaster. Millennium Force, this ride was wild. Like, actually, it scared me. Like, that drop, I was just like, oh my gosh. But once I got past the drop, I was just like, oh my, this is amazing. So this is a really fun ride. I know a lot of people say it's outdated, but to me that doesn't really matter because it's still fun no matter what. Like it has some great airtime too, and it's just a really fun, really fast ride. And number 1 is Maverick at Cedar Point. Maverick is the best coaster I've ever ridden. This ride is like really fast. It's a low to the ground, fast-paced ride. I wasn't nervous to get on it. It was just plain fun. You know, it launches you up the lift hill. It's a beyond vertical drop. This is my first coaster I've ever ridden with a beyond vertical drop. It's also my first Intamin Blitz coaster, and it was just a lot of fun. Like, I can see why people like it so much, and I can see why it's the second most popular roller coaster at Cedar Point. That ride is just amazing. And no, I did not get a chance to ride Steel Vengeance, Top Thrill Dragster, Gatekeeper, Magnum XL200, that stuff, because they were broke down. Steel Vengeance, Gatekeeper, and Top Thrill Dragster broke down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Jen Ashamed, out.